At the Rubin, connections to Himalayan art is our main purpose. We really are dedicated to supporting contemporary artists who are still bringing the traditions that they grew up with, but showing them in a new way. Can you tell me a little bit about the form that the sculpture takes and what meaning that has to you and what meaning Nepali people may derive from it?
I really wanted to create something that spoke to the architectural vernacular of Kathmandu, where you see a lot of these lattice windows in ancient temples or like older buildings. During my childhood, I remember watching parades through that window. It feels like quintessential Kathmandu, right? And then when people from the Himalayan diaspora saw it, they would see a part of their home in it.
Can you talk a little bit about the size and the scale of it and how you thought about the interaction that people might have?
I wanted to create an intimate moment that invited you in. And so the sculpture is only about 7 feet tall, almost like a doorway, but something that had a welcoming presence at the same time. And it's golden color. And gold is sort of like this universal color that kind of says like, this is important, or like invites you into like a sacred space almost.
Tell me a little bit more about your practice and how you've evolved as an artist.
I've enjoyed painting like all my life, ever since I can remember. I think my voice really started to form once I moved to Boston and I was introduced to graffiti. I was just so excited about it. Here's this art form that came out of rebellion, out of young people, where text is the image. This concept was just like mind-blowing for me. And so it really made me look into the history of my own culture, where I started researching Nepali manuscripts. They're beautifully written, and I just got goosebumps like peeling these pages and then looking at them. And so that's when I started to combine my hand styles into the Nepali letters. Now, the lattice that I created in my sculpture is a repetition of the letter Ka. So it's Ka over and over again. And I've made paintings based on Ka, repeating over and over again, because essentially it's a visual form of meditation. And so for me, like painting Ka, that is my form of meditation. And I really want to share that with the wider world.
It was so exciting to have your first public sculpture be a collaboration with the Rubin and the Department of Transportation. The Rubin has transitioned this year and we've become a global decentralized museum. And so this partnership was like the perfect segue to that new phase.
I'm excited for the sculpture to live here because Jackson Heights is the heart of so many South Asian stories.
Our unofficial motto is to bring more art to more people and more places. And I think that this really shows that.
For like this kid from Nepal to have institutional support of the community, to have support of the city. It's a great example of how community can come together to make something beautiful happen.
Makes me like plaza more meaningful, bring the culture, bring the history. It reflects the identity, the whole community.
This is my first time seeing art in a public space, bringing the art out in the street. It's important because, for us, Diversity Plaza is home away from home. So, having our culture, our tradition, art shown in a public space shows that, our culture is appreciated.